For the past 2 years, I gave up my office slash craft room, sewing room. I've never really had this luxury, so to speak. We've been in our house for 20 years, and so had to give it up, for the family business. And this past 2 weeks, I have been reclaiming this space and super excited. And typically, I've had to give up the space for, if my daughter wants to move back in, or my oldest, he's pretty much independent. He won't he's never, or he won't go there. He won't he won't come back home. He's now in Brazil. But our youngest, he's still here, and so we've had to give up. I've had to give up the space or sacrifice the space for our family business, for our animals, and just random things. But so in the last 2 weeks, I've been reclaiming this space back. My office slash craft room, sewing room has been dispersed in two parts of my home, the living room and my bedroom. And so in this video, I'll be tearing down those areas and bringing them all back into this space that I am claiming as my magical nook. Hi, my name is Audra. Sometimes I'm known as Audra Faith. My grandmother used to call me Faith when I was growing up. That is my middle name, by the way. My last name, which is my married name, is Soler, or Soler, as we would say in Spanish. So in this video, or on my channel, we talk about astrology, numerology, health and wellness, my family, my animals, just any craft projects I might be working on. So if you get some time, explore my playlist. Otherwise, hope you enjoy this video. Today is, what is today? Tuesday, May 6th. I am working on my office. My office has been spread into 3 parts. So my sewing room has been here, which I just disassembled, and I've taken everything over there. I'll show you that in a minute. Don't look at my bedroom, no judge. This is my office. It's a mess. This is like my office, taxes, like desk, and I'm in the middle of that. And let me show you the rest of the house. This is my sewing stuff. You guys, I've been stressed since I was probably 14. At one point I wanted to be a fashion designer. So I'm in the process of moving all my IKEA furniture. Look at all my sewing machines. I have 1, 2, 3 sewing machines right now. Yeah, I'm down to 3 sewing machines. Look, I am a lamp collector. Who else collects lamps? If you're like me and you like to collect lamps, just let me know in the comments. But I have a thing for lighting, and so I have those lights. This is my grooming area where I groom my Yorkie. Excuse the mess. I'm in the process of moving my bedrooms around. So like I told y'all before, I thought I was going to take this sewing room. Look at this. These are little cheapo lamps from Walmart. I'm just a big thing about being able to see when I'm working. So my family's coming into town. My nephew's graduating from the big university here in Austin, and I'm doing some swap arounds. And I thought I was going to take this room for my office. It used to be my sewing craft room before, but I just decided, I slept on it. I decided not to move anything around. And I decided, no, I'm not taking this. So this is my son's bedroom, my oldest son, when we first moved out here. He's now 37, so he lives in Brazil. But anyhow, I decided to go ahead and take this room back. The nice thing about being 55 and having grown kids is that they eventually move out, right? So anyhow, this room is in the process of me cleaning it. I've got to clean that ceiling fan down. I just scrubbed that down a little bit. It feels like a big blessing. It's exciting. I'm starting a new chapter, moving all of my office and sewing and around. Just everything back. My library, my books, my bookshelf, just everything. Bringing it all back to this space is exciting. So I am really excited for the new chapter, like I said, because it is time. And I'll probably be recording more of my YouTube videos in here, as well as my readings and astrological and numerological forecasts, etc. So it is definitely an exciting period for this new chapter. So get ready. I'm enjoying creating this video. It's been a process as far as, going through the days and figuring out when I can get everything tore down and bring over and clean up and all that. So, and then we had family come into town. So it's been a big process. And yeah, here we are. Amazon just delivered a package, so I have to walk all the way down to my gate at the end. Yeah, I have given up this space for about 2 or 3 years, and I'm excited to finally reclaim it and have all my projects, crafts, sewing, everything back together in one space. My friends, I have just gotten all my sewing stuff and my crafts in here. Yeah, basically my sewing stuff. My sewing machines are all in here, and that's my craft station. So now I need to, I'm gonna turn off the lights. I have to move. My office has been broken out into, I guess like 3 sections, yeah. So now I am, let me turn off this light. Hang on. Yeah, so basically I have just brought over my sewing stations, and this room is just basically alternating. It's been alternating into different things for us in the past few years. I just use my machines just for making blankets, making dog clothes, This dress I did make, and I'm very proud of her, and super proud of the quality that I have from designing this little dress for the babies. Anyhow, I need to bring the rest of my office out back in here. I thought I was going to use that spare bedroom, which is Noah's old bedroom, but after I woke up, I moved everything yesterday on Monday, or what's today? Yeah, today's Tuesday. I moved everything over there, started cleaning, and I just kind of, cleansed that room really good. Yeah, so I need to go back into my bedroom and bring out the rest of my stuff. And it's a little junky. I'm going to probably put that on a time lapse. Anyway, and this is where I have part of my office. So this is one part. Then I have the sewing side on the back side in the living room area. And now, now I got to disassemble all of that. So we'll go ahead and take that apart. Okay, so I literally have, I've literally just emptied out this section right here, which is so nice to be done with that little corner, and send it back to my office because this has been in my bedroom. And so because this has been in my bedroom, it's just bad feng shui to have your office in your bedroom. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. So I began breaking this IKEA bookshelf and got all the little screws out and shelves. And once I finished all that, I realized I couldn't carry it. So I said, oh, gotta wait for Ivan to come home. And anyway, he came home and helped me, and we moved it. Good morning. So it is Wednesday. I'm slowly getting everything back moved into my office slash craft room slash now it's becoming the astrology room. I just wanted to show you where we're at. I've got so much still to bring in. Like I was telling y'all, I have been, this is my stuff right here. Noah's running the clinic. And this is, can you believe this? Well, this is a lot of stuff on my bookshelf. So here we go. Everything up. I do that. I have done that through the years where I've given up my office space for my family and for our animals. For years, this room has worn many hats. It's been my kids' bedroom. It's been our dog room for our family business. It's been a storage spot for dreams put on hold. At one point, I tried to make it my own. My sewing room, my craft room, my office space. But somehow life always took it back. The kids needed their space, the dogs needed space, and as always, I adjusted. But not anymore. Today, I am reclaiming this space, not just physically, but spiritually. This room is becoming a reflection of who I am now. A place where creativity, peace, and purpose finally come together. Whether I'm making crafts, sewing projects, filming videos, working on my office work, doing astrology and numerology readings, or simply sitting in silence with a candle lit, this is my space. It's taken time to get here, years of giving, adjusting, and waiting. But now I'm done waiting. This room, this moment, it's symbolic. It's not just about four walls and some paint. It's about reclaiming my voice, my gifts, and my right to create without apology. So here I am, finally making room for me. And I'm so blessed that you are here to watch this and be a witness. And this time, I'm not giving this space back. So it has been a week since I have been able to get in here. And so today is Friday, and I am now finally, I think, making the time to get all these little things put away in their spots and just getting my little setup the way I need it to be. I still have all this stuff that I need to take off my craft table and just put it all up in this shelf. And yeah, so once I get this table cleared up, then I can finally, once I get the table cleared up and once I just get, then I can finally start working in here. I have a conference call today in about a couple of hours, so I'm hoping I can make a dent and then be done with this so that I can at least get the video posted. Okay, so I'm a little bit exhausted. I'm winded. Anyway, so I just finished sorting through my books, and I am not liking the way it looks. And I just sat down to look up over at it. And so let me just flip the camera. Hang on a second so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what I have. So up there are my 2 yarn tubs. And then up here, I organized all my astrology, numerology books up in there. And then down here, these are all of my, healing books, Eckhart Tolle, angel books. So I have this like as a general category, and then add that up my astrology. And then in the middle, so I am going to figure out how to make this look prettier. Down there is just like more bigger calendars. I have a tendency to collect calendars and journals, and then I never use the journals. But anyway, so I'm organizing this. I'm gonna make this prettier. I'm gonna put that on time lapse, and so that I can add my curios. Typically my curios are angels and little dolls, like these little, I got this doll when I went to Brazil. And then I got this from a college professor of mine. I think she's from Sweden or something like that. So anyway, the pictures of the kids, I'm going to probably put that up there. And that's going to probably be another curio, maybe sort of storage up there, and probably put my pictures up there. But yeah, I made a little dent on my craft table, and I still need to get these books and journals up on the shelf, but I wanted to make the shelf look a little prettier than what it is. I need to put my ribbons away, and those tubs, I need to put all that away. So I need to hang up I want to hang up my diplomas. I have a tendency to hang them up, and then when I move rooms and I pull them down for a couple of years, and I'm always moving my rooms around. It's terrible. But I wish I sure could leave stuff set up and not move them. I wish I could keep my office forever and not move it either, because when I move things, I get things all mixed up with my taxes and important documents. It's just a mess. While I've been going through the process of tearing down and bringing down that bookshelf out of my other bedroom and bringing it back over here, I was just like, oh my God, I was just amazed once I piled everything up on the table, and then just bringing everything back over here to this space, it was just a huge eye opener. I've gotten my books down to those 3 shelves really. And before, in past years, I had accumulated a ton of books. But yeah, now I have downsized, and I try not to be a pack rat, but I do have a lot of crafts that I get started with, primarily crochet, sewing. I did do jewelry a long time ago, but I don't think I'll ever come back to jewelry. In the meantime, will be using that craft table for probably my astrology wheel. I'm not for sure yet because this space, like I said, is a new space again. Now I'm incorporating my new astrology wheel, and that I haven't finished creating yet, but I look forward to making that video. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're going to be wanting to follow. I finished up most of the unpacking and just putting away and organizing the best that I could, as much as I can for now. I did a little decors there, and I got my shelf back up in order, books categorized some, and at least I have a working space again with a desk, because I had a table in my bedroom, and then I had my sewing stuff in another section, and this was all here, and this bedroom was being used for the dog. So it's good to have everything back together again in this space, this creative space of mine. So I hope to be able to keep it for a while. And there's my craft table. It's cleared up. So there's some last minute things I still need to go through. Those are the tack. That's my craft cart for sewing. I had planned on making some more doggy dresses. These are my dresses, and I was going to make these beautiful little, I just love to sew, but I just don't have enough time. And talking about my doggy dress. So that's one of the dresses that I made for my Yorkie babies. There's Ivan and I. There's my oldest son and me in the background at his baptism. There's my oldest son. That's Randon when he was a little bit older. That's my baby, well, Jade, when she was a baby. There's Jade again. And there's my oldest now. Then he was actually 16 at that time, or 17. And there we are, Ivan and I. My oldest painted that for me. That's me when I was 16. That's me when I won a trip to Hawaii. I took my aunt. That's me when I was 16 or 17. That's me and Jade. That's my oldest, and Noah and Jade. This is me when I was in high school. I had been crowned queen. Well, that was when I was going back to crown the next queen. So that was actually after I graduated, and I had just had Randon. Anyhow, so yeah, so I got, like I said, I got my space back together. That's the work and project over there. And yeah, so now the next project is to work on my astrology. Okay, so if you have made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This means a lot to me. This space just isn't an office. It's a reflection of a new chapter of where I'll be creating, healing, guiding, and growing. So whether you're here for, inspiration, transformation, or simply curiosity, I'm honored. This space was built with purpose, and I'm excited to see what will come through me here. So be sure, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if any of this spoke to you in any way. And more importantly, don't forget to create your own sacred space, whatever that looks like for you. And be sure to mention me or, tag me. My name is Audra, and I'll see you in the next one.